It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello and welcome everybody. Ernie Johnson and my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports. And at this point in the season, some key storylines have already captured all of our attention. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for the Pelicans, they know it's always tougher winning on the road, facing a solid team, but one with weaknesses. They'll look to take advantage and steal the win. And Shaq, we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Some teams finally getting into a groove after a somewhat shaky start.
Yeah, every year is different. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure out. But what's most important is you get hot at the right time.
Oh, that's right. I agree with that. And you have to have a lot of experience on your team. And those guys know how to pace themselves. And you can just kind of relax. Quality veterans won't allow the season to be a sprint. It's a marathon.
Tip-off coming up shortly. It's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's time for some hoops at the Chesapeake Energy Arena, home of the Thunder here in downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Look at New Orleans going up against a capable opponent, but you see their confidence. This one they feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and show they're the better team.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, of all the storylines this young season, their success may be the most surprising. This was not a team that was expected to make this much of a splash.
There were some glimmers they'd be an improved team this season, but even so, I thought that improvement would come in small steps. Instead, one giant step for mankind, lots of giant leaps forward for the ball club.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Anthony Davis's ascent to stardom has been almost as quick as the physical growth that transformed his game. Davis said, going into my senior season in high school, I grew 7 inches in one summer. Every 2 to 3 weeks, I needed new clothes, new shoes. As I grew, it was like starting all over again. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. As I recall, he said that was a tough adjustment, but he's been ahead of the curve ever since. Brent, as we move towards the middle of the season, teams can start to get mentally fatigued during the grind. How do players keep their focus during that stretch?
Well, this is a great time for coaches to introduce a few interesting concepts, maybe put in some new plays or defensively challenge his teams during games where maybe they have a 15 or 20-point lead, and you can ask your team to switch up some of their coverages. That'll re-engage the mind of a player really quickly throughout the course of a season.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for New Orleans right now, at small forward, it's Cunningham with Davis at the 4. Hollis Thompson is out there with Holiday, and it's Cousins in at the center, locking down the middle.
Love to see him thread the needle with that bounce pass there.
Outside Westbrook. He dishes it to Oladipo. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
The awareness of Russell Westbrook to locate the open man and deliver a strike, something he's developing.
Holiday dishes to Davis. Down low, here's Cousins. Not enough on that one as it misses. Oladipo against Thompson. There's the triple. No good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Nearly flawless offensively from start to finish there, and really just an impressive win.
You want to talk about a game plan working to perfection. Just take a look at that game. They were lethal at the offensive end.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Screen by Adams. The kick out to Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
Well, he could not have been any more wide open, guys. Wow, I bet he nails that shot next time he gets a clean look.
There's the screen. And Thompson kicks to Davis. Fades. And Adams sends it back.
Adams Adams is a decent shot blocker, but relies on his position mostly, that time in the right spot.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Clock is at 3. Holiday with the 3.
Yeah, still staggering out of the blocks here. 1 for 5.
Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Westbrook passes to Oladipo. To the inside. Here's Gibson. And Adams with the slam.
Well, you have to put at least one body on Adams, maybe two. With his size and relentlessness, he'll light you up on the offensive glass.
Now here is Holiday. He had 10 points in the win against the Clippers.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Now here's Oladipo, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Gibson with it, picked up by Thompson. Here's Westbrook, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2.
And Kevin, what's remarkable to me about Westbrook is that as much as he is used in the offensive game plan, I mean, this is a guy that is the focal point in terms of how they're going to play. That's a tremendous amount of pressure on a player, no matter how talented he is.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And thinking again about Westbrook and his high usage rate, it's incredible, Greg, because he still plays entirely efficient.
It's crazy. I mean, normally the more shots you take, the more your efficiency drops. But Westbrook seems to be free of that. It's a big reason why this team lets Westbrook do so much for them on the offensive end.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And for years, people used to criticize Westbrook for his shot selection. You're less and less of that, though, now lately.
Well, he's an MVP-type player in his own right. He led the league in scoring in 2015, remember, with Kevin Durant out, and he did it very, very efficiently. It's a good problem to have if you're Billy Donovan and the Thunder.
2 shots.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. And DeMarcus Cousins, such a polarizing figure for coaches and fans alike. And this is dating back to his college days, even at Kentucky.
Yeah, maturing some, but obviously that fire burns bright within him. His passion is what helps fuel that production, especially when you start comparing him to other true centers.
Now, here's Westbrook. He had 19 points in the win against Washington.
And, guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one, seriously put on a passing clinic.
And here is Davis, following Russell Westbrook's 3. Thompson dishes to Cousins. Up and in on the layup. Cousins has got 5 now.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
Outside Westbrook. And Robertson has it in the corner. Down low. Here's Adams. Bucket is good. Adams has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
To the paint. It's tipped. Gibson with the steal. Now Westbrook. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. He kicks it to Oladipo.
Well, if you ask around the league about the moves that the Thunder made with the trade for Victor Oladipo at the 2016 draft, most people would tell you they got the better of it. Oladipo, the best shooting guard they've had since James Harden.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That's good from Oladipo.
2013, Victor Oladipo heard his name second in that draft. One of the best shooting guards in the league and getting better.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Moore's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. 9-point game. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
We'll get a great idea tonight of exactly how they match up in terms of strengths versus weaknesses. It comes down to a 4-game season series. This first one is always a good indicator of what's to come.
And you know, Brent, the Oklahoma City Thunder for so long making do with one way at the off-guard position.
I think you're right, Kevin, and maybe Victor Oladipo changes that. Over 15 points per game for his career, and a very aggressive and athletic defender, a legit two-way player for OKC.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
You just don't want to get to a point where you're forcing too much, not just letting the opportunities come within the flow of your offense.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Russell Westbrook. First in steals, second in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
Oklahoma City on D. And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got the ball. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now, he just does not have the touch.
Davis sets a screen. Moore with it. Westbrook picks him up. Clock at 6. Here's Davis. And again, New Orleans has no up.
I have no clue what happened with the defense there, but they should be thanking their lucky stars that somehow he bricked that golden opportunity.
Now here's Adams. 8 points for him. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
And Moore kicks to Davis. Screen by Cousins. Thompson in the corner. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Thompson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pelicans. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Adams kicks to Roberson. Moore against Westbrook. The 17-footer goes down. Westbrook's got 6.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And Cousins kicks to Thompson. The pass to Davis. Thompson inside, guarded by Oladipo. Here's Cunningham. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Westbrook kicks to Roberson, and it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Look at the elite players in the NBA, a much more tight-knit bunch than maybe in decades past. Brent, not as much animosity as we used to see between players on different teams. Do you agree with that? And maybe more importantly, why is it different now than it was then?
We always talk about the AAU programs and what it is that these elite players are offered up in terms of their early stages of development, Kevin. When you're in 6th grade and you know somebody from D.C. is friends with somebody in Oakland because they get to see one another throughout the course of the AAU programs over the summer and where these tournaments are held, it's understandable that the elite players in the NBA are going to have relationships that exist before they get there. So I don't have any problem with it whatsoever.
Oklahoma City leading by 10.
Hey, look, the Pelicans are a solid offensive team. That's not where the problems have been. One of the best teams in the league as far as taking care of the basketball.
Here's Cole. Second shot opportunity. Ashe comes up with the rebound. Pelicans shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Pondexter, the pass to Moore. The feed to Pondexter. Screen by Ashik. In the corner. Modiunas with it. No good on the triple. And the Pelicans above average in their three-point percentage. They'd like to get even better there.
Well, when you have a star that's going to command a massive amount of attention in Anthony Davis, you need to space the floor with shooters and make sure that those guys are consistent in their spot-up game. I think that's how they take the next step, is at that end of the floor.
Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has said he'd like to see the league instituted 2 years out of college restriction. Brent, you played 4 years in college. I know you think that helped you. Do you think that requiring that extra development time would be a good thing for the NBA?
Interesting conversations I've had, Kevin, over the past 3 or 4 years with younger coaches in the NBA is the fact that with younger players, they have to take so much time to teach them fundamental things that chunks up a lot of the time that they would have in order to get their team ready for game 30, game 40. And so that teaching is really holding back a lot of teams from being as competitive as they should be once they get their season started. So 2 years, I think, is a great idea from Commissioner Silver. We'll see if that happens.
And he recovers it to the left wing. Pass to Sabonis. Inside. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, not only have they been the aggressors, their early execution has been off the charts.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Yeah, maybe these matchups aren't the best for his defense. I'm sure he's taking a long look right now at the bench to find some answers. Surveying the Thunder roster here, and a lot of the players on it were their own draft picks. They've done a great job of identifying some talent late in rounds in the draft. Found a good amount of rotation players even when they were going deep into the playoffs.
Pelicans trail by 13. And Moore kicks to Ashik. Back to Moore. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Screen by Ashik. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Thunder have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. McDermott can't get it to go.
Well, he has more than enough strength to fight through the D and convert that one. I'm surprised he came up short there.
And Modiunas picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Aprinas, the pass to Sabonis, to the middle. Dishes to Cantor. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
There's a screen by Modiunas. Pondexter kicks to Moore. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Moore's got his first points in this one. Here's Cole. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Cantor, the pass to Aprinas. Here's Sabonis. And Enes Kanter picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Pelicans trail by 13. 1:43 left in the first quarter. And Ashik kicks to Modiunas. Passes it to Hill. Moore outside. 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Modiunas off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Cole, the pass to Sabonis. Shoots from the high post. He feeds it to McDermott. And another shot. Sabonis with the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 15.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
And for most teams, that's where the high percentages are. No reason to take a tough shot if you can bull your way into an easy one.
Now here is Hill. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Moore with the bucket.
Wide open there. The defense just completely in snooze mode.
The Thunder leading by 12. Here's Cole. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Makes it off the glass.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And Moore kicks to Ashik. Screen by Ashik. Moore dishes to Moniunas. Back to Moore. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Here's Cole. The three. He got it. That is one fantastic buzzer beater.
He hit that shot like it was nothing. Just another day at the office.
An incredible turn of events. It is bedlam here in the arena.
And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus.
A lot of face-up, like to do the one dribble pull-up. You like to do the one dribble and fade back off one leg. I haven't got there yet, but catching the ball at the elbow, catching the ball at the nail.
Well, I'll tell you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the Brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use till much later in their careers, really, if at all.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Relentless ball pressure, jumping into the passing lanes. They're just forcing them into ridiculous mistakes.
Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Steven Adams is out there with Sabonis. And it's Roberson with the three. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Sabonis. The Pelicans have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. The free throw drops for Hill. Where you look around the league and teams are starting to dig into the numbers and really analyze the game carefully. I know that you enjoy analytics. You've always been known yourself as an efficient scorer. When you take a look at the numbers, how do you see them? How do you interpret them?
I think there are some things that are very advantageous for players to take a look at with regards to how it is that they play and where they're most effective. Because one of the things, Kevin, it can sort of reestablish your confidence. And there can be spots on the floor where you get to where you might feel better because somebody has presented those numbers to you. I will tell you, Kevin, that probably the guy that I played with in the latter stages of my career that used the numbers the most was a guy by the name of Shane Battier. Shane loved to look deep into the books and try to gain some sort of advantage numerically and statistics-wise on his opponent, and really was one of the few guys that would go deeper than most.
Have analytics changed the game, do you think?
I believe so, but still for players, I think that they're a long way from being able to understand exactly what it is that the numbers are telling them. That time is coming where players really want to know those kind of things, and the tutorial sessions between the coaching staff and the players, I think, are on the horizon.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems at times that Russell Westbrook can put up a triple-double at will. But he said, everybody thinks that I care about numbers and things like that, but I really don't. I don't think about who shoots, how many times they shoot. That really doesn't matter to me. I just like to win. All that matters is if we win. Kevin?
Thanks, D8, one of the most competitive players in the NBA. Now here's Westbrook. He gets that one. Westbrook's got his third basket of the night.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Holiday, and that one comes up a bit short. The Thunder leading by 15. Gibson passes to Westbrook. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Five on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Pelicans trail by 17, and Holiday kicks to Davis. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Holiday with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Cousins, no one around him.
You know, looking at his release and his form, it just seems like something is off, and it's affecting both his shot and, at this point, his confidence.
Screen by Adams. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D. And that's 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
I'm not sure what's clicked in for Russell Westbrook, but every year he's showing to be a better and better passer and rebounder and a better player overall. That's what being a gym rat has done for him.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team, and you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Well, when your opponent keeps piling on and piling on like this, your only choice is to get together during a timeout and fix it.
Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for New Orleans.
And they've got really good balance here. I mean, the 3-ball hadn't been the strongest weapon today for them, but I'd say keep the dose just about the same. Don't change the recipe. When you've got that open shot, you got to take it.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Thompson dishes to Holiday. Screen by Cousins. And again, no good by New Orleans. Outside Westbrook. Oladipo outside. Fires it up. Cousins pulls it in.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got his first 3 points of the game.
A great 3-ball from Cunningham there. He shows no fear in attempting those kind of shots.
Westbrook kicks to Robertson. Pass to Gibson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Gibson the screen. Westbrook against Holiday. Shot clock at 5. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Oladipo. Westbrook's got 12 in the game.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Not one of their better efforts, as you can tell by the score. They've been low energy for most of the night.
Here is Cunningham. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Ball movement exquisite there to get Cunningham the catch and shoot opportunity that he knocks down.
And after a playoff appearance in 2015, a lot of optimism for the Pelicans coming into last season. Brent, it didn't play out that way, though, because of all the injuries.
Yeah, those injuries were just nasty for the Pelicans, but they've got Anthony Davis, a system that mirrors the way the league is going, a flexible 5 where they want to get up and down the floor. What they need is just some good luck in terms of the health of their basketball team.
And so here is New Orleans. They trail by 16. Here's Davis. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Gibson.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And a brief look now at the best rebounders from the point guard position over the past month. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
And as you can see by his spot on that list, guys, very few point guards in the league can rebound like he can. I mean, he has a knack for always being in the right place when the shot goes out.
Well, a PG with power forward instincts and his willingness to get in there, be physical, and wrestle around, that has him at the top of the list.
The screen from Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Outside Holiday. They get a hand on it. There's the dish to Davis. Cousins against Adams. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. In deep. Davis drops it in. Davis has got his first basket.
Just a phenomenal crash from Anthony Davis on the boards there. He comes up with the rebound and gets an easy putback.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Feeds it to Adams. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Cousins. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, you think about DeMarcus Cousins. Every time you feel like he's kind of nearing his ceiling, he just explodes through it. I mean, some of the stat lines he put up, they're legendary. And if he weren't already difficult enough to defend last year, he added the ability to stroke that three-pointer. I mean, you're talking about a 7-footer with the complete repertoire on the offensive end.
And Cousins drops them both. And talking about Cousins' new outside shot, he hadn't taken more than 22 three-pointers in an entire season before last year. Wow, quite a change.
Yeah, everything Cousins is doing skill-wise on the money. Maybe you'd like for him to shoot for a higher field goal percentage, but that could be nitpicking. The important thing is the total effect he has on his team.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
The Pelicans have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Cunningham. It's amazing to watch these NBA athletes competing every day. You and I get the lucky seat right there in front, midcourt, such size, such athleticism. It's intimidating. Who are the most intimidating players, you think, in the game today?
If you go to Detroit and you want to match up with number 0 there, and Andre Drummond, you're in for a long night.
Harness yourself in.
The way that he can patrol the middle, Kevin, and the way he's relentless at coming at the offensive glass and the defensive glass all game long, I'm really interested in the development of Andre Drummond as the centerpiece, figuratively and literally, for the Detroit Pistons.
And that one misses.
And the former college defensive player of the year in his conference. Few knew that Westbrook would reach such elite scoring at the pro level.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Outside Westbrook. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
And that is a statement. We're going to keep coming at you hard, even if we've got the lead.
And the Thunder with some changes. Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. McDermott comes in for Andre Robertson. And Cole subbed in for Victor Oladipo. The Pelicans also changing it up. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Cousins. Montejunas comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Pondexter in for Hollis Thompson. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 14. Unloads from 13. No good off the back of the rim.
Fantastic team defensive effort there. They made him uncomfortable taking that inside look, and it showed in the release.
And the jam by Monty Eunice.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Sabonis, he's checked in for Gibson. And Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Moore's checked in. And the Thunder from 2011 to 2014 made the Western Conference Finals twice, as well as the NBA Finals, while still one of the youngest teams in the league. They had, Greg, all the makings of a dynasty.
You felt like they were destined to win a championship, and maybe multiple ones. Now you're not so sure. It's a tough business, and being very good often isn't good enough.
And he trims the lead to single digits. Monty Eunice has got 5 points now in the quarter. The Thunder leading by 9. The pass to Sabonis. Here's Abrinas. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
I give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
There's a screen by Monty Eunice. And Holiday kicks to Monty Eunice. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Sabonis, the pass to McDermott. Here's Sabonis, covered by Monty Eunice to the left side wing. Here's Cole, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Hill, he's checked in for the Pelicans. The Thunder have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And that one falls for Cole. And Coach Alvin Gentry, an assistant for the Warriors in their title run in 2015. And Brent, there was a lot of excitement and anticipation around him coming to New Orleans.
I don't even think about last year for Alvin Gentry as a full season in the NBA. And he had none of his players in training camp. Most of them hurt throughout the course of the year. And Anthony Davis really taking on a load that maybe he shouldn't have after a career year, the one before. So this year really starts, to me, in my opinion, what Alvin Gentry could mean for the Pelicans.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after Monty Eunice's miss. And Cole kicks to Cantor. Back to Cole. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Omer Ashik. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. He's averaging 8 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first free throw is good. One item with Russell Westbrook and the big contract for Enes Kanter. The Thunder without a lot of financial wiggle room right now.
Well, with Westbrook, we've talked about how much on a nightly basis you're going to have a chance to win regular season games. But with the loss of Ibaka and Durant, it opens up a huge opportunity for a big man to step up and contribute. One of the things Billy Donovan has to be proud in what he saw last year was Steven Adams and his progression in the middle. Can Enes Kanter now become that guy to play consistently on the inside for OKC?
Here's Pondexter. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Kicks it to Moore. Can they get it? Thunder with the rebound. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, offensively, they got all the momentum behind them, got the D on the ropes, and they just kept throwing haymakers.
The Pelicans have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Free throw, no good for Ashik.
And to think that Omer Ashik at one point was a top 5 defensive center in the NBA, but he's fallen off a little bit. I think a lot of the reason why is because the game is just changing. It might not sound like much, but with his offensive game far from being a strong suit, it's really hurting his value around the league.
Pelicans trail by 14. And here is Pondexter. No good from Moore.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Pass to Sabonis. Now here's McDermott. Tight defense on him. Cole. Top of the key jumper, no good. And you look at the numbers for Asik last season, not rebounding as well or scoring Brent as well as he had. And his rate of turnovers, as your analytics tell you, going up.
Yeah, not great on the rim protection numbers last year. He showed some signs that he could be dominant down there, but that's fallen by the wayside. Less minutes and less activity for Asik. We'll see if he recovers this year.
He misses the free throw.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
He hits the second from the line. And the Pelicans have targeted what they call young veterans, guys who know the league but are still going into their prime.
Yeah, you think about names like Drew Holiday, Tyreek Evans, maybe even Omer Asik. Of course, those players have commanded some big contracts to this point, and you like to see them healthy enough for the coaching staff to determine whether or not this group of players is going to work together and what their ceiling might be.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. A defensive-minded coach he's developed into a great offensive mind. Fellas, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC. Moving the floor, as he calls it. Creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement. That's where the league is going, D.A. Thanks. Now, here is Hill. Asik dishes to Hill. Launches a 3. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Abrinas the pass to Cantor. To the right side. Shoots a fader. Another shot. He lays it in. Cantor's got 8.
And it's not a secret, Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Now here's Monty Eunice. 9 points last game. Outside Hill. From deep. Again missing Hill.
Perfect positioning, and you know he will knock that look down more times than not. Just didn't connect there.
Nice shot by McDermott. McDermott's got his first points of the game. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game. Screen by Asik. And Moore kicks to Asik. Asik the screen for Hill. Back to Asik. Up off the screen. And he sinks the layup.
Well, the inside area of the floor is where Asik is most comfortable shooting from, and that's exactly where his teammate got him the ball.
Here's Cole. He's got 8. He dishes it to Cantor. Fades and shoots. Misses off the right iron.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
That'll do it for the first half. Thunder lead by 12. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
How about this? A major upset brewing. Welcome to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. From the get-go, it was Oklahoma City who came out strong. At one point, their devastating offensive assault pushed their lead out to 15 points. And by the end of one, they found themselves up by a rousing 17 points. Moving on to the second quarter, their lead was challenged, but never seriously, as they took a 12-point edge into the half. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, they're out in front tonight because of their offensive rebound. Those second chance buckets came into play in a big way. Those are effort points, momentum builders, salvaging points off the scrap heap. You never heard me say scrap heap before, Ernie. I don't even know what it means. It just sounded good.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway. We'll see you after the game.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Yeah, there's got to be some consideration that double teams will be sent his way. Of course, that's going to leave someone else wide open.
On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. At small forward, it's Cunningham with Davis at the 4. Holiday out there with Thompson. And it's Cousins in at the pivot, manning the middle. Now here is Holiday. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
The Thunder leading by 9. Oladipo outside. He kicks to Gibson. It's stolen by Davis. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it. And it's been a complete success thus far.
Thompson against Oladipo. And Roberson kicks to Adams. Back to Roberson. Stolen by Thompson. Holiday against Westbrook. Here's Cousins. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Oladipo. And he comes up with the deuce. Oladipo's got his second basket of the night.
Oladipo not the biggest, but the way he can rise up, he's equipped athletically to finish over the top.
And Holiday kicks to Thompson. The putback. Davis on the follow. Davis has got his second basket.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tipping.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And Adams kicks to Oladipo. Adams dishes to Westbrook. 8 feet away, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And New Orleans gets called for the foul.
Yeah, AM doesn't stand for morning with Westbrook. It stands for attack mode. I mean, it's hard not to notice how many ways Anthony Davis can affect a game. Offense, defense. I mean, it's a very short list of deficiencies in his game. Rim protection, rebounding, mobility, spacing, now adding the three-point shot, a transcendent player.
And Davis more of a face-up offensive weapon than an old-school back-to-the-basket big man.
Well, this is where the league is going, Kevin, but I still think Anthony Davis is going to be most effective when he gets the ball on the left block, one dribble away, where teams are unable to defend him with a single guy. They bring the double team, and he's quick to the basket. So much more potential to tap into. And quite frankly, the Thunder are just one of the most dangerous offensive teams out there, but their defense is solid too. A lot of good one-on-one defenders in their rotation. Near the top of the league in defensive efficiency.
Here's Roberson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Stolen by Thompson. Holiday, the pass to Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. And the Thunder did a good job of challenging shooters and locking down on D. They also know how, as we've seen, to protect the rim.
Well, a lot of that success last year on the interior has to be given to Steven Adams and the incredible progression that he showed as a center in this league. Really figuring out what it is that his opponents like to do and how he can be effective.
Now the feed to Davis. 9 feet out. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Screen by Adams. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Over to the left wing. Inside. Westbrook dishes to Roberson. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Holiday, the pass to Thompson. Here's Davis. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
And that's all you can do. Just chisel away at the lead. Keep believing in what you're doing.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 15. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Well, that's some great concentration there from Westbrook. Does a great job finishing off inside, even with the hand in his face.
Holiday against Westbrook. And Holiday kicks to Thompson. Here's Cousins. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 14 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to float.
And Westbrook, here we go. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 14-5 run here. New Orleans moving it around. Davis kicks to Holiday. Dishes it to Cousins. And Gibson sends it back. Oladipo against Thompson. And Adams kicks to Roberson. There's the triple. Westbrook missing again. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Cunningham. Gets to the corner and buries it. Now just a 1-point Oklahoma City lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. Roberson dishes to Gibson. Here's Oladipo. Stolen by Thompson. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Westbrook against Holiday. Passes to Cousins. No good off the front iron.
Not quite sure why he felt the need to rush that one. He had all the time in the world and just threw it up before he was ready to go.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And Holiday kicks to Thompson. Westbrook against Holiday. Six to shoot. Screen by Cousins. Holiday, the pass to Davis. That one doesn't go.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Now, that happens sometimes. The ball just does not go down. But I'll tell you what, he'll take that shot every time.
Here's Thompson following the score by Taj Gibson. Outside Holiday. Davis kicks to Thompson. He feeds it to Cousins. Lets it go from 14. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Cousins has got 16.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Screen by Adams. The kick out to Oladipo. And the 3 off target. Pelicans trail by 3. To the paint, here's Davis. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Davis has got 10 points in just the second half. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. And the challenge for any team with the superstar talent like Anthony Davis, surround that player with the right pieces and contend or risk losing it.
Well, we've seen this play out before, Kevin, in Minnesota recently with Kevin Love, or even we go back to Chris Paul before he went to the Clippers. The clock might be ticking for the Pelicans, trying to build a supporting cast around the brow.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Cousins. Montejunas comes in for Davis. Hill, he's checked in for Cunningham. And it's Pondexter in for Thompson. Now, here's Cantor. He's got 8. Cole's shot is good.
He's the last guy on this team that you want to leave alone. Great look.
Pelicans trail by 4. Pondexter kicks to Montejunas. Pass to Ashik. On the wing, Hill. Screen by Ashik. A floater. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Hill. He's averaging 8 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Morris checked in for Drew Holiday. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Cole. 11 points in the game. Sabonis, the pass to McDermott. The dish to Cantor. Unloads from 13. Here's Cole. Over to the wing. And it's off from three-point range. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Pondexter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. The Thunder in 4th.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
And the first one drops. He doesn't get the second one. And Donovan, coming in from college, definitely had a bit of a learning curve, as all coaches who make the jump have. But, you know, Brent, overall, he wasn't afraid to learn on the fly.
I think he really did a great job of setting up what last year represented in his first year by getting together with a lot of the members of the Oklahoma City Thunder team. In fact, I went to an open gym in the summer of 2015, and I saw 12 Oklahoma City Thunder players working out in the summertime with Billy Donovan and his staff. That's a great way to get started.
Now here's Moore. 5 points in the game. Now Pondexter. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta.
The defense slacked off a little bit. Probably didn't think he would take that one, but he made him pay.
To the paint. Sabonis. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Pelicans trail by 4. Pondexter with it. Feeds it to Hill. Now the pass to Moore. Screen by Ashik. Kept alive. Kicks it to Pondexter. Moore dishes to Pondexter. Montejunas passes to Moore. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Cantor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Cole. He's got 11. Pass to Sabonis. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Pelicans. 3rd best record here in the early going. And, of course, there's the Thunder. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And I think for New Orleans, they've started the season with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They had a lot of people with doubt heading into the season. And I tell you what, they are out to prove those folks wrong.
And I think you could see it in the way that they play. They're not just trying to win games. They're trying to win respect. Definitely earned my respect here in the season's early going.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. Pelicans trail by 6. And Moore kicks to Asik. Asik the screen for Hill. Back to Asik. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, when Asik's going to the rim like that and he's rolling hard, it's difficult to stop.
Here's Cole. 11 points in the game. McDermott kicks to Cantor. There's the screen. Shot off the screen. And it's Cole missing.
Well, he really T-Rexed that one, guys, short-arming it. He should have taken more time to make sure he was comfortable shooting.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Sabonis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Unbelievable finish with the defense right on top of him. That takes a ton of focus.
Moore dishes to Hill. Here's the 3. And the foul goes against Oklahoma City. .119 left in the third. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Stolen away.
Turnovers weren't a story for them early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To the inside, it's tipped. Modi Yunus with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Knocked loose.
Oh, man, this game would shift drastically if he was on tonight and making those shots that we normally see him hit.
Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, and when you see a player have to come out of the game like this, you just have to hope for the best.
Yeah, you never like to see anything like this happen for a player. Everything that you've worked for now up in smoke.
Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Also a good decision from the coach to settle your guys down, get into something new, and everybody on the same page.
Oklahoma City leading by 6. Here's Cole. 11 points in the game. Adams, the pass to McDermott. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The free throw drops from McDermott.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Pelicans trail by 7. The Pelicans have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10. And he knocks down the first one. He's off on the second. The Thunder leading by 6. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The free throw drops for McDermott. And McDermott drops them both. Here's Moore. He's got 5. He dishes it to Moniunas. Good work there as it goes. Moniunas has got 11 points. Up in time. Doesn't go for it. The third quarter comes to a close. Thunder out in front, leading by 6. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Thunder leading by 6. Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Andre Robertson out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Gibson. Westbrook.
Well, you give Russell Westbrook any kind of runway like that, and he can explode. What a terror on the inside.
Russell Westbrook.
And that one falls for Westbrook. And so Westbrook makes them both.
He's had a few shaky trips at the line tonight, but he seems to be getting back to his old self.
And Thompson kicks to Davis. Another shot. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Intelligent play there by Davis. He knows he has the defense on their heels as soon as he gets the ball that close to the rim.
And you look at Anthony Davis's offensive game, a very capable ball handler. But you know what, Brent? He scores best playing off the ball sometimes, catching and making plays inside.
Well, I love his decision-making right there in that instance because he rarely takes bad shots. Maybe one of the most underrated parts of his game is that he just doesn't turn the ball over very much. And for a high usage rate guy, that's impressive stuff.
And he's good on the second. The Thunder leading by 7. Oladipo dishes to Westbrook. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Davis.
One of those guys who you say 6'4" but plays bigger. Oladipo with the strength to finish through the contact.
You know, Brent, when you take a look at the fit for Oklahoma City with Russell Westbrook and Victor Oladipo, that might be the most athletic backcourt tandem in the NBA.
Well, you'd be hard-pressed in the Western Conference to find a backcourt that has this kind of athleticism. McCollum and Lillard in Portland, that's one way to go. Steph and Clay in Golden State, that's another. But sheer athleticism right here in OKC, they may be tops.
Now, here's Westbrook following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Oh, trying for it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Thompson outside. Here's Cousins. That doesn't go either for Cousins. The Thunder leading by 10. A chance here to get a quick injury report. And let's get an update on Enes Kanter's injury. David, what'd you find out there?
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with...
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
That's how you draw it up. Each guy doing his part. Beautiful fast break.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. The feed to Cousins. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Cousins has got 10 points here in the second half. Oklahoma City shooting 47%, pretty solid. Oladipo outside. Outside Westbrook. Pulls up. They grab their own miss. Here's Adams. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. Pelicans trail by 10. And Holiday kicks to Cousins. The 11-footer. The rebound by Gibson. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And now the Pelicans on the break. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good on the triple. Thompson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New Orleans. Thompson's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Westbrook. He kicks to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
The Thunder leading by 6. Westbrook passes to Oladipo. Gibson with the screen on Thompson. Oladipo dishes to Westbrook. To the paint. Here's Adams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You always talk about glue guys and guys that do the little things to help their team. Steven Adams is certainly that for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not a big presence in the box to score. But when you watch him play with his team, he's willing to sacrifice his body, set hard screens, and be a presence on the interior.
They throw good, Adams. And thinking again on Adams, the scoring isn't what makes him valuable, Brandon. It's his defense and his solid screen setting.
Well, I think it's his idea that the role that he has is something that he's very comfortable with, and he wants to be successful at doing it. He doesn't hurt the team by getting out of his comfort zone.
And so Adams nails both of them.
Well, Adams has his struggles at the free throw line, but he's making strides in that area and still has work to do.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. Thompson outside. Davis setting the pick for Cousins. Doesn't go for him. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta, where they'll take on the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Down low. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 20 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Gibson the screen. Westbrook passes to Gibson. Here's Oladipo, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Yeah, the first half was really tough, but he's really rounded the corner here and been fantastic shooting the ball here in the second half.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And out of Georgetown University, Hollis Thompson, a three-point specialist at shooting guard.
Yeah, how about a lanky 6'8"? He's got great length for the position, and that helps him defensively. Primarily a catch-and-shoot guy, not someone you want to rely on to create his own shot.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Moore is checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Moore. Dishes it to Thompson. Passes it to Cousins. Over in the corner, Cunningham. And Moore kicks to Cousins. Clock at 6. Pass to Davis. Great D that time from Gibson.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Westbrook kicks to Gibson. There's the pick. Up top, Oladipo. The layup missed.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Here's Moore. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
That's good from Moore. And so Moore nails both of them. The Thunder leading by 6. And Oladipo kicks to Gibson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Davis.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he can't get the first one. Hill, he's checked in for each one more. And the second free throw, good. Pelicans trail by 7. The dish to Cunningham. He feeds it to Cousins. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And Oladipo kicks to Gibson. And stolen by Cousins. Now, here's Thompson. Outside Hill. Back to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. Davis. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. And here's Westbrook. Feeds to Gibson. Kick out to Adams. Here's Roberson. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Westbrook dishes to Gibson. Now the pass to Oladipo. And Gibson kicks to Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. On offense, here are the Pelicans. They're on a 17-7 run. Davis in the corner. Inside. It's stolen by Oladipo. Kicks to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
I'm not sure the opposing team's coaching staff has a tactic to slow down Russell Westbrook.
Outside Hill. Davis kicks to Thompson. Cousins against Adams. Thompson for 3. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got 3 assists now in this one.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Well, they're doing a great job of working around the arc, locating the right shooter. That deep ball is a serious weapon right now.
Thompson right side. It's stolen by Oladipo. Down low. Here's Roberson, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's what we mean by combo guard skills right there. Kept his head up and found the open man.
It's back to Hill. Davis kicks to Thompson. Adams against Cousins. It's good. Cousins has got 8 points in the quarter.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Quincy Pondexter, who's checked in for the Pelicans. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Pelicans trail by 3. Pass to Davis. Now Pondexter. He dishes it to Cousins. That's short off the rim.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Now the feed to Roberson. Passes it to Gibson. Adams outside. Got a piece of it. Pondexter with it. Cunningham kicks to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Well, AD defining the word clutch on that one. Huge shot there.
Here's Oladipo. Adams with the screen on Thompson. Oladipo, the pass to Adams. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Doesn't go that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
Man, just imagine how much they'd be up by, guys, if his shot was going in.
And here is Pondexter. He kicks it to Cousins. Just 5 on the clock to take the lead. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
The only way you're going to challenge him in that situation, you have to attack with more power.
All the officials are all over that one.
That's good from Gibson. And the Pelicans making a change here. Frazier's checked in. And both free throws good from Gibson. Pelicans trail by 3. Frazier kicks to Thompson. New Orleans moving the ball around. Davis sets a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Frazier dishes to Cunningham to tie it up. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Well, time and score, you just can't have a costly error right now at this point in the game, guys.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Tupon's checked in. The Thunder leading by 3. Outside Westbrook. Dishes it to Robertson. Adams against Cousins. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Ejuan Moore is checked in for New Orleans.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
1:21 left in the game. Davis, foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Great understanding by Davis to sense the foul coming, but also get the shot off as well.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. The second of 2 is good. That brings them within 5.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Outside Westbrook. Thompson against Oladipo. Stolen by Thompson. To the middle, Cousins. 51 seconds left in the game. Now, here's Oladipo. Pass to Westbrook. The kick out to Oladipo. 4 on the shot clock. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Oladipo. And the Thunder lead by 7.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coast.
And that's part of good coaching. The last thing you want to do is have total control of the game and give some back at the end.
Checked in for more. .32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The screen from Thompson. Here's Cousins. It's hauled in by Adams. And here now the Thunder. Earlier in the game they had a 19-point lead. Outside Westbrook. In the corner, Gibson with it. No good on the triple. Thompson for 3. That one misses. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. I mean, we did a good job of all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Great effort at both ends, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Victor Oladipo.
With the way he's been playing lately, I don't know where this game came from. Woo-wee. Nothing had been working for him. All of a sudden tonight, this guy couldn't do anything right.
They don't come much more explosive than Victor Oladipo, guys. You give him an inch of space, and he'll blow right by you with that first step. It's that quickness that allows him to finish at the rim. This guy is the definition of explosion.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everyone.